It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It is February the 2nd. Very happy to be along for the ride today with Paul Fletcher.
Good morning.
Ryder.
That's right, woodchuck chuckers. It's Groundhog Day! Get up and shake that hog out there! Yeah! Come here, Groundhog!
Shake that hog out there. I missed that from the first watch on the movie.
Wow.
Shake that hog.
Don't remember that one either. But, I've already taken care of that, so let's just move forward. It is time for some headlines. Paul Fletcher, I'm feeling Minnesota.
All right. Liam Conejo Ramos and his father, Adrian Conejo Arias, arrived back in Minnesota yesterday after a judge ordered their release from an immigrant detention center in Texas. Liam and his dad were taken into custody by ICE agents in Columbia Heights last week. The case ignited debate over immigration enforcement tactics, particularly after a widely shared photo showed Liam in a bunny hat during his arrest.
I think, to say the very least, the issue is not about the deportation of illegal immigrants. I don't know anybody who's arguing about that, but to your point, it's tactics. It's the way it's happening. I'm happy to see this kid and his dad return back to their home.
Bruce Springsteen took the stage as the very special guest at First Ave, a benefit concert organized by Rage Against the Machine's Tom Morello this past Friday. The boss took the stage at the tail end of the lunchtime show, which was hastily organized to aid the protest efforts of Minnesotans in response to the ongoing immigration crackdown. You got Streets of Minneapolis solo on stage. Then he joined Morello's band for the Ghost of Tom Joad. And I know, Ryder, you were there, right?
I was there. This was maybe one of the worst kept musical secrets ever. As soon as there was a special guest listed, kind of everybody knew what the deal was. So there were many people in that room just to see Springsteen do those couple of songs.
Wow.
So it was a wild afternoon.
Well, he sounded spirited.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so he came out, did his song Streets of Minneapolis. Then rest of Tom Morello's band came out. They did The Ghost of Tom Joad.
Yeah.
They did a little Power to the People to wrap things up. And then somebody in the DJ booth threw on Let's Go Crazy as they're kind of getting on stage and taking their bows. Everybody else goes wild to that, too.
That's pretty good.
So, it was quite the day in Minneapolis music history.
Spirited is an interesting word for Springsteen. He's the only artist who it's been proven actually does give 110%. Generally speaking.
Yeah.
Scientifically proven, yeah?
Everyone else 100. That's as far as they can go. He goes to 110.
Wow. That's amazing. Metallica held a marching band competition. Get this, friends. And they just announced that the University of South Carolina won the Division I slot. They get new instruments, the band does, the Gamecocks, yes. They'll also record a Metallica song and the EA Sports College Football theme with Metallica, both to be included in this year's EA Sports College Football video game. Riverside, California City College won the Division II slot, and I'm assuming they get the same exact package.
Nice.
It's kind of wild.
Hey, this is great. And it's also a sign of just how much has Metallica accomplished in a career when they start doing stuff like this.
God, good point.
Yeah. You know what? Let's get some marching bands. Let's give them some love. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's really cool. Catherine O'Hara passed away at age 71. She was taken to a hospital in L.A. early Friday before passing at her home. The news shocked most everybody because nobody knew she was even sick, and there's still no word on the cause of death other than, quote, a brief illness. She did suffer from a rare congenital condition where the heart is mirrored to the right of the chest and abdominal organs, liver, stomach, spleen, are reversed. Catherine O'Hara, of course, known for Home Alone, Beetlejuice, Schitt's Creek, SCTV, and boatloads more.
With that condition, we can go ahead and refer to her as the Chauncey Gorman of SCTV because that's what Chauncey has, the exact same thing. One of my first and most intense adolescent crushes was Catherine O'Hara, the original SCTV when she was a kid. I mean, she was on that show at 20 or 21, and it was always my favorite show. I've just been such a fan for as long as I can remember. I was horribly sad to see this news. And throughout the weekend, every now and again, it would hit me like, oh, man. I mean, I've known her since I was 13, and she's only like 71. It's pretty incredible the run she had. 50 years working with Eugene Levy and other members of the SCTV cast.
Real quick for all of my Moira Rose fanatics.
Tonight, I will make my mother's enchiladas. And David, you will help me.
Enchiladas.
I missed that in real time, but we went back and caught up just a couple of years ago, and of course I was like, she's just as great as ever. I mean, she really, that show and her performance especially incredible. Whatever
she was in, she added to it. You know what I mean? In one way or another. The nation's attention is turning to Western Pennsylvania this morning. Actually, we're moments away from the big moment to watch the country's most famous groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil. He's going to determine whether 2026 will bring an early spring or a longer winter. This year marks the 139th year of the shenanigans, and Phil, by the way, is right about 35% of the time.
Yet still the prognosticator of prognosticators.
Correct.
All right.
By the way, you live in Western Pennsylvania. Guess what? It's still winter.
Yeah.
Like, let's just stop.
Who doesn't love Phil, though? Phil's great.
I will say this. That damn movie never, ever ages. In fact, it gets better. With every viewing after all these years, it still hits me on a deeper level. It is spectacular.
It is so good. Yeah. Wild turkeys are attacking people in a Wisconsin neighborhood, chasing postal workers, blocking traffic, and even going after children.
I love wildlife. The turkeys were cool. They've become a nuisance. You know, they block traffic. They've caused accidents. They went after my mailman. As he was approaching, crossing the street, the turkeys started chasing after him. It's scary. These are big birds. I'm not asking as a snobby person to get rid of these turkeys. I want to see them thrive in their natural habitat, and I want to see these children be able to thrive in their habitat or neighborhood, if you will.
Man, I want to talk smack, but we've all been running away from turkeys for like 2 or 3 years now.
You know what's funny is the turkey gang that is seen here at KQRS is new to me. I actually went at them with a video camera once, and now after, with my phone, I should say, and got video.
Yeah.
After hearing this, I'm not going to anymore.
They remember.
I'm going to not make eye contact. I'm going to look down, give them the proper respect, and just quietly make my way to my car.
I like walking out of the building and seeing the turkeys there when I have Chauncey with me, because they see him and take off. They recognize that's a threat. He is out of his mind when he sees them across the parking lot. He's like... He gives me that look, which says, like, he goes, dude, seriously.
It's on.
If you let me off this leash for 1 minute, I will never, ever wake you up early again. And I just don't believe him. I think he's lying right to me.
What he's really saying is if you let me off this leash for a minute, you'll never have to buy another Thanksgiving turkey again.
Man, it's incredible. I like the guy who says, I want the kids to have fun. You know, they should be able to live in their natural habitat, too. Because, someone's out there going, well, hang on, the turkeys were here first. I had a large dog lift its leg and pee on my leg at a dog park once, and I kicked it. And the owner said, hey, that's his instinct. And I went, yeah, and that's my instinct.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's my foot.
Train your adult dog not to pee on strangers, you weirdo.
That's what I got.
Hey, over the weekend, the Minnesota Wild, Saturday night, how about this? 7-3 over Edmonton.
There we go.
At Rogers Place.
Yeah.
Quinn Hughes, Joel Eriksson-Ek, Zuccarello, Faber all had a goal and an assist each. Kaprizov netted his 30th goal. That's a team leading now.
That's pretty good.
Wallstedt, our young rookie goalie, had an assist. Why not? Go ahead and get that offense.
I didn't know that.
Bud.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. Hughes set a pair of franchise records: the 8-game assist streak, longest in team history for a defenseman. 8-game point streak, also the first for a Wild defenseman. Just spectacular. I mean, across the board. 2-2. The Wild penalty kill was 2 for 2 against the NHL's best power play. A very, very strong win. Last game before the Olympic break is tonight versus the Canadians. Do you remember last time we played them? They beat us with like 15 seconds to go in the third.
Oh, that's right.
4-3 victory January 20th. So hopefully we can get that back before we take a little bit of a break. The Timberwolves beat the Grizzlies Saturday, blew them out in Memphis. They play them again tonight. Anthony Edwards afterwards was announced as an all-star. He is a reserve, not a starter. There is a new round-robin style tournament instead of the traditional all-star game. 2 teams made up of players born in the U.S. will play against 1 team made of international players, all of which means to say, don't even bother. Who cares?
Right.
And for the 22nd year in a row, LeBron James will be an all-star.
Oh, man.
Afterwards, he said he was humbled by the announcement and plans to play 9 more seasons.
Oh, that's fantastic. Look forward to that.
He didn't come out and say it, but that's what his body language leads me to believe.
Dude, he hasn't spent all these years perfecting the flop to just let it go to waste and retire.
Make no mistake. No update on Lindsey Vonn. She crashed on Friday morning in Switzerland. She says she's confident she'll be ready to go next week, which would be, if the last time we saw her was being airlifted off the slopes, and the next time we see her is in the starting gate at the Olympics, I'll go ahead and say she's a badass. Not that I wouldn't say it right now, but oh my God, that would be an amazing turnaround.
Yeah.
Quick history note. It was 12 years ago today, 2014, that the Seattle Seahawks got their first and only Super Bowl title. They beat the Denver Broncos like the proverbial redheaded stepchild. It was 43-8, and the game wasn't even that close.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember a lot of Super Bowl ass kickings, but nothing ever like that. First play of the game when Peyton Manning got sacked, it was over. It was like, Legion of Boom is going to destroy this poor old man, and that's exactly what they did. Hager City. What's up, Hager City? Glad to have you with us this morning.
Hager City, huh? Getting after it.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
I'm in Los Angeles. Tomorrow night I'm playing a gig at the Avalon, which is in Hollywood.
Okay.
Right across the street from the iconic Capitol Records building.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
A building that looks like a stack of albums.
Right.
The Avalon is a great venue. I've done this thing 5 or 6 times over the last decade. Comedian Dean Del Rey, friend of the show, a guy who's at Acme every year.
Yeah.
Spent the first, 30 years, 35 years of his life, 40 years of his life as a musician. He's a singer. He had bands in the Bay Area. And at some point, it dawned on him, hey, when I sing, when I want to, I can sound just like Bon Scott. And he loved AC/DC.
Oh, man.
That was his favorite band as a kid.
That's a tough one.
It's very tough. There's not a lot of people that you can say he sings a lot like Bon Scott.
Yeah.
So he started putting on these Bon Scott celebration nights, like a tribute to Bon, as a local artist in the Bay Area years and years ago. And then after he got to Hollywood, after he started just doing comedy full time, it sort of turned into this other thing. What you have is Bill Burr, who's a sensationally successful comedian.
Yep.
And Dean will do like an hour of comedy. They'll each get up and do a set. And then this band sits down. I'm like the house drummer for the night. Dean's the singer. You got a bunch of guitarists and a bunch of other guests coming in and singing songs. And then we just play a set of AC/DC music, all Bon Scott era. No Brian Johnson at all.
Gotcha.
It's Highway to
Deep
Hell
cuts.
and back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age will be doing a few. Gene Simmons from Kiss coming in to play bass on a few numbers. And word on the street is we are also going to play a Kiss song, because if you get the God of Thunder on stage, you might as well do a Kiss song.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Brad Wilk from Rage Against the Machine will sit in on drums for a couple.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Who else is in? Scott Holiday, who's in Rival Sons, playing guitar.
That's a cool band.
Mike Inez plays bass from Alice in Chains and played with Ozzy for years. Greg Dooley did it last year. I don't know if he's coming back this year. It's always like people just pop up and jump up.
Yeah.
Do you let Bill Burr play drums, or is it like stay in your lane, dude?
No. He gets up for a couple.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
Nice.
The hardest working drummer in town. The guy puts it all out there. Let me tell you.
All right.
So I'm going to be playing, and we have a rehearsal this afternoon. So we're gonna run down some songs today. And I don't know if Gene will show up for rehearsal, Simmons, that is, but he'll be there at the gig. But yesterday, so Rosemary and I came out, and we're staying with friends in Studio City, which is in the Valley, and then our son Connell lives over in Brentwood on the other side of the hill. Just it's like 10 miles, but a million miles away.
Right.
It's LA, and
Yeah.
you got mountains. There's construction on the 405, a major artery.
God.
It's just a nightmare. Rosemary and I met our son Connell in the middle. He was on the west side. We were in the Valley, and we met in the middle and sat outside on the sidewalk patio outside of a Starbucks. Beautiful day. By the way, it's like 80 degrees out here.
Dude, I was just going to say, I appreciate you not bragging about how warm it is, and there you go.
A little warmer than normal for January, but gorgeous, beautiful blue skies. No, it's just like, it's been sort of ridiculous.
Oh, man.
And,
Cool.
And we're sitting out yesterday at sunset up on the top of the hill right off Mulholland. It couldn't be more picturesque. It's like the quintessential LA. Everything's green.
Oh,
like you come here in the summer, everything's brown.
Yeah.
Really lush, really beautiful. It's the kind of time, it's like you think, why don't we live here? And then you get in your car And you remind yourself why you don't live here, because you live in your car. But for a little while, we're sitting outside. And I know, and we kept seeing people. We did see one actress came by, because when you're in LA, if you sit anywhere long enough in one place, a famous person will walk past you.
Sure.
Okay.
There's an actress who was in The Wire. She was McNulty's girlfriend in the later season. She was like a harbor cop.
Okay.
And she's been in a lot of other things too. I'm spacing on her name. She played Beatty Russell on the show, and I'm trying to think of what the actress' name is. But she's someone you've seen in a bunch of stuff. Amy Ryan, that's the actress's name.
Okay.
She walked by, and I was like, "Is that her? Is that her?" I think it is. And then I was like, "Yeah, that's definitely her." Okay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then I saw a guy I thought was Ray Romano, and it turned out it wasn't Ray Romano. It's just a guy that looked a lot like Ray Romano. And I'm not trying to find famous people. It's just you look up and everyone looks like they're trying to look like they're famous.
Yeah.
But then I saw a man approaching the Starbucks, and there's no getting around the fact it wasn't a lookalike. It was Paul Stanley from Kiss.
Oh,
He was walking
yeah.
right towards us, and and I wanted to say like, "Good evening, Los Angeles," as he walked up.
Should have.
I'm gonna get a latte. I thought about all the things I could say.
So great.
Can I buy you an espresso? But I decided not to say anything.
You didn't. Oh man, missed
I just
opportunity.
nodded. And he's just a bubbly, friendliest guy in the world. And so, of course, it just made me think, like, in LA or anywhere, oftentimes we all just have what they call a brush with fame. That's unexpected.
Sure.
I mean, it's not as unexpected here, but you still don't expect to see Paul Stanley at a Starbucks on a Sunday at 4 p.m. I mean,
Right.
what the hell's he doing?
In a Rolls Royce, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I
Dude.
did. He did pull up in a Rolls Royce. Because, why wouldn't
Why
he?
not?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what? And remind us how he left, because that was my favorite part.
How he left?
How he left the Starbucks.
Well, he just had like a little. He's got a bounce in his step. He left the Starbucks, and knowing that everybody's looking at him on the sidewalk, I hope everybody has a great day. Like he gave everyone the send off.
That's the best.
Nice.
Because why fight it?
Sure.
Pretty fantastic. So we've all had those moments when you look over and you're like, hey, is that? And then there's certain people where you don't even have to say, is that? Because you just know, of course that is. I'd put him on that list. Mm-hmm. There's no getting around it.
Right.
Ryder, last or most memorable brush with fame, unexpected.
The one where you're like, is that? Yes, it is. Because he's unmistakable. Of course, the best looking man in comedy, Fancy Ray McClooney. I was walking into the Cub on East Lake Street. He was walking out. He looked exactly like you would picture him. And don't be like, oh, he's not that big a deal. The man has been in a Super Bowl commercial. So,
Fair enough.
he was. The hair was done. He was dressed like he dresses. And he was kind of just waving at her. He's like, yes, it is me. Yes, because everybody's jaw is just dropped as he's walking out of the Cubs. So,
sure.
Yes. I'm still getting goosebumps.
I got on when Rosemary and I used to live in New York City, and I jumped on the 2 train in Brooklyn and was sitting right across from the ultimate maybe. There's no is that, but no, it's simply that is Steve Buscemi.
Oh, of course.
Wow.
No getting around it.
The eyes.
And by the way, we haven't even mentioned the fact Friday night we had a good time watching Fargo.
Yeah, we did.
That was pretty great.
It was
Speaking of Steve Buscemi, Paul Fletcher, brush with a celebrity.
Mine was I have an aunt who is well connected in Aspen, Colorado, and I did radio for a while in Vail, Colorado. And so we went to Aspen, me and a buddy, to hang out with her and some other family, actually. And we ended up in this, what are those clubs? They're like private clubs where you have to have like a membership or whatever to get in, those kind of things. It's called the Caribou Club. And there were all kinds of sightings. Kevin Costner was in there. Toby Keith was in there. But we on our way out, we lost one, and we were waiting at the door. I'm standing at the door, and Dan Marino makes his exit, but not just any exit. He was being led by an early 20s, late teens girl, pulling him by her hand, leading him out of the club. If you catch my drift.
Sure.
It was an odd way to see. It was a very unexpected and odd way to see Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect to see him in Aspen.
No, never losing that game. I was waiting for a Matt Stone and Trey Parker sighting.
Yeah, no, I'm not that lucky.
651-989-ROCK is the Luther Westside Volkswagen talking text line. Paul.
Sarah was at U2's club in Dublin, standing against a wall, looked to my right, and there was Bono leaning against the wall. Now, this is the best part. She followed that up by saying, he gave me a big smile and shook my hand. My friend was a huge U2 fan, so I knew I needed to find her. Bono put his hand on my back and helped me through the crowd.
Always a gentleman.
Nice.
That's pretty phenomenal.
Very cool.
Wally was at a bar, PJ Clark's in New York, September 2010. Chris Noth came up to the bar and was standing next to me. I said I told him I was a big fan of his big character, his character from Sex and the City. His response was, "Good for you," and he walked away. I didn't seek him out. I didn't linger. He came up to the bar. Yeah, he came up to the bar where I was already standing. He was a huge you-know-what.
Yeah, well...
He's got that
Mr.
reputation,
Big.
that guy.
Yeah.
Does he really?
I think of him in two things. He's in Sex and the City,
Yep.
and every time I've ever read anything about him, it's someone talking about what a douchebag he is. Good job, Chris Noth.
All right.
Way to play the cards life gave
Yeah,
you.
maybe he's method acting.
Yeah, that must be it.
The first time I ever came to L.A., the first celebrity I ever saw got in on a Sunday night, went out that night, didn't see anybody unexpected. The next day, Monday morning, get in a van, and we're all going to do like a photo shoot for the first time ever. It's like, oh, wow, we're in
very
California.
cool.
Got to go do a photo shoot. We're on Sunset Boulevard. You just can't make it up. We're at a red light, and I look over, and I've already seen Paul Stanley in a Rolls Royce this trip.
Mm-hmm.
That trip, I look, and there's a Rolls Royce at a red light. And you don't see Rolls Royces a lot. No. And I certainly had never seen one up until in 1990. And who was driving that car? Mr. C from Happy Days, Tom Bosley.
What?
And Tom
Bosley could afford a freaking Rolls Royce?
Are you kidding? I looked at him I was sitting in the front seat of the van, next to the driver, and I looked down and I saw him, and it was like Elvis Presley to me. It's like, oh my God, it's Mr. Cunningham.
Yes.
I mean, just because I'd never seen a famous person like that, in LA, it was classic. Like, man, good for you, dude.
Very
good for
cool.
you.
Happy days indeed.
It is Monday, February the 2nd. Glad to be with you right now. Next time you're on a plane, and if you take your seat, you put your seatbelt on, and then you notice, like, man, that flight attendant, I don't think she likes me. I don't think he likes me. You're right, they don't. But I'll tell you why. A whole lot of flight attendants have weighed in on what it is you do, that I do, that we all do, that drives them crazy. I've never been a flight attendant. I know neither of us have been. Fletcher, Ryder, none of us have had that job. But we've all flown enough to get a sense of what the job entails.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm always trying to get them to judge me, but in a good way. Like, oh, this passenger is going to be super, super easy. And I do it by bringing a duffel bag instead of a roller bag, just so I know I can squish it into any spot.
Sure.
I'm easy. Easy peasy.
I've found out the thing I like to do that just gives not only the flight attendants, but all my fellow travelers the heads up that I know what's up, is I assume that the aisles will be numbered sequentially, and I don't have to look at my boarding pass with every passing aisle. Is this it yet? Nope. Is this it yet? Nope. Is this it yet? I got news for you. 17 follows 16. And it just goes right all the way up to the back. The numbers get higher as you go farther back. Wow. You don't have to check every step. But anyway, that's the thing with me.
That's quite a concept.
What do you think? Give me an idea of what you think if you're a flight attendant, Fletcher, and what bugs them? What is it we do that they go like, oh, man, you got to be kidding me?
Well, I think in general, just making the airplane your own personal home is, taking shoes and socks off would be a guess for me that would probably annoy the hell out of them.
That would certainly be it. Generally speaking, bad personal hygiene as well. Like, hey,
okay.
You know what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not only do you need to keep your shoes on, get a toothbrush involved before you come to the airport. Maybe put on some deodorant. Yeah. Little things like that.
Act like you're going out in public and you're not at home still.
Exactly. And just for the record, of course, please leave the shoes on. My God. Ryder, what do you think?
It's when people get up and they're trying to do the drinks, because the drink cart takes up the entire aisle. So if you get up and are trying to move around, they can't get their job done.
It's a big one.
The getting up for the wrong time during the drink service.
Right there, right near the top of the list, because it's there's a thing. Do we all know somebody who, as soon as you leave the house, are like, oh, I got to pee. It's we were just at home, and that's another one too. Flight attendants say using the lavatory once you board, like even before it pushes away. There are people, you'll see them going to the bathroom on the plane. And the flight attendant, the one of them said, "You just sat at the gate for 30 minutes. Like,
right.
What were you doing?" The bathrooms in the airport, way bigger, way more options than the ones actually on the plane.
100%.
So flight attendants were asked, what do we do that drives you the craziest? And the list, there's a few on here that just blow my mind because it's like, oh, yeah, I guess I could imagine that, but I've never seen it myself.
Okay.
Let's hear them.
Okay, there's this one. Changing diapers on the tray table.
What?
Ooh. I don't know if I've seen that one, but I could
Wow.
imagine in a jam somebody going to that.
In a jam, and you know what? If you got to do it, ultimately it's better because that screaming baby has a better chance of not screaming if you change them.
Yeah,
the
I
baby
guess
with
so,
a bad
yeah.
diaper is going to be really uncomfortable. But oh my God, the tray table, you got to be a pro. You got to have 2 sets of hands at least, or there's going to be leakage.
Or a really calm kid, one or the other. That's like that. Whew.
It's one that seems like maybe you could get away with it if your whole family is taking up the aisle. But what if there are strangers in the aisle?
What if you're in the
That's
middle?
what I mean.
What if you're in the middle seat between 2 people you don't know? Oh my God.
That's actually like that's almost like
That's a
performance
whole different
art.
level.
That's an Olympic event that
book
only
a flight
MacGyver
with
could gold in.
Book a flight with a baby and put yourself in a middle seat on purpose just to see what happens.
Oh,
No,
that's
thank you.
social experiment.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one, yeah.
Getting out of your seat during turbulence. I've seen this countless times.
Oh,
The plane is quite literally bouncing around, and there's one person who's like, well, guess this is a great time to go to the bathroom. It's like, dude.
That's mind-boggling. I mean, that's not even for the flight attendants. That's just stupidity. Like that's like you're risking freaking bouncing your nose off the cabin.
But nobody else is going to have the guts to do it, so there won't be a line at the bathrooms. There you go.
If you're in one of the last rows, and so it's really close to the bathroom, to the lavatory, go for it. But when I see you in like an exit row, get up and start making the move, it's like, dude, seriously, wow.
That's unless you're on the verge of putting poop into your pants. There's just no reason for that.
Finally on the list, and this is just and by the way, I've been this guy, drunk passengers.
Oh.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
To the flight attendants of Eastern Airlines in February of 1990 from LA to Atlanta, sincerely, I apologize.
Wow. Walk on drunk.
If anybody was ever supposed to have been banned from an airline, it was this guy in early February 36 years ago. They didn't, and I felt like I got away with one ever since. My bad, y'all. I believe the flight attendant's name was Lisa. She tried.
It sounds like you've been paying your penance ever since, being the best student, you know?
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
651-989-ROCK is the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. We're talking about brushes with fame, and Jack from Hugo is on the horn. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Jack.
Hello.
Hey, Jack, what do you got for us, brother?
Oh, yes. I lived in California for a while, and in the late 80s, I was working at Peer Records in Irvine, California. It was across the sidewalk from Jerry Seinfeld, I believe, owned its Improv, and there was O.J. Simpson, future victim Nicole. Behind them, Robert Kardashian with his wife, the Jenner lady at the time, right there about 10 feet away. They were dressed to the nines. And if I could have been like this dead zone and shook his hand and like, lady, this guy's going to kill you. But yeah, pretty crazy.
Nuts.
I'm glad you lived to tell the tale, Jack. Scary one. I saw the juice on a golf course in L.A. After the whole thing went down.
Oh, no way.
On just a public course, a goat farm in Encino, like a cheap little public muni course, and like a fairway over. And my cousin goes, is that? And I turned around, I was like, it sure is. He's just out there playing with some dudes. Like, wow. Really weird. I thought, I bet with a 2-iron I could take him out at the knee, but I didn't go for it.
I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, you need to have really good accuracy.
651-989-ROCK on the talk and text line, Paul. What do we got?
From a 320 number, she mentioned she also met Dan Marino on a bench in Florida. But The other one was when Minnesota hosted the Super Bowl. She didn't specify it was 92 or 2018, but she said she was hit on by Phil Simms and Boomer Esiason. I'm going to guess 2018. They wanted to know if she was into quarterbacks or not.
Phil, Boomer, come on, guys. Fair enough.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah. What else we got?
Rochelle. I was at Penzeys Spices in St. Paul to buy ancho peppers when Chef Andrew Zimmern tapped me on the shoulder and asked what I was going to do with them. She said I was baking a chocolate cake. He recommended to not use them. That my then boyfriend came up to us and said, "Hey, aren't you the guy that eats pig's butts and sheep's nuts?" And anyway, the cake was delicious, says Rochelle.
Okay.
Fair enough. Like that one.
Last but not least, 763 says Yakov Smirnov at Starbucks in Branson. Nice guy. Got my picture with him.
Wait, that's a real person?
Sure is.
Okay.
He's everyone's favorite Russian comedian.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Wow, America's crazy. I come over from Russia, and they had extra noodles.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. It was just, I never really got the appeal myself.
One more from Barb and Crystal. Sold shoes to Brian Setzer at Ridgedale. Signature hairstyle. Looked a little bedhead-like. Nicest guy.
Yeah.
Hell
Great dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yes, Setzer. Good looking guy. Great guitarist. This is the whole package.
Phenomenal hair.
And quality shoes at all times.
That's right. That's right.
Nice job decking them out with those.
Chatting on the phone with somebody who said, "Oh, I ran into Keith Richards," and I was like, "Did you say anything to him?" And the guy said, "Nah." And I'm like, that really checks out, bud. Yes.
I imagine more than a few people have seen Keith Richards and just going, huh, and it just stops.
Yes.
Like, what do you say to Keith?
I think we call that an almost brush with him.
We got a bunch of texts on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line, Paul.
All right. Dean said once shared a joint with Snoop Dogg on top of Binion's Casino in Vegas.
I love it.
He watched me roll a joint and asked me to roll a few for him. I was pretty damn good at the time at doing that.
Oh, man. And Snoop's got a guy on the payroll just to do that.
Okay,
I am super impressed.
That guy must have been on vacation using some PTO.
Yeah.
We won't top that one. It is Monday. Therefore, it is time for a Monday morning mixtape. We've been putting one together throughout the morning. This is your last call to add a few songs of your own on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking text line, 651-989-ROCK. As the Seahawks and the Patriots prepare for the big game Sunday, let's talk Seattle-Boston. Let's talk Seattle versus Boston. Two towns that have given the world a ton of great music.
Yeah, we really lucked out on this because if Denver was going to the big game, I'm not sure what we would have done today.
Yeah, good call.
Well, let's see. Like maybe Big Head Todd and aren't they from Denver?
Yeah, they are. That's one.
That would have been it.
There's one.
That's it.
Right.
So yeah, no, definitely Seattle-Boston's a better matchup. The songs that come to mind, best band from either town. Ryder, what's the first one that jumped into your bean?
Oh, of course, Seattle. It's got to be none other than Nirvana, which is the answer to most musical questions when you ask me.
That's true.
Yes. And then flipping over to the East Coast with the Pixies, or Pixies, actually.
Yeah, hard to top either in terms of footprint, shadow left behind, if you will.
Yes, for sure.
Fletcher, what about you?
Well, for me, obviously, over on the Pearl Jam side, or on the Seattle side, there you go, Freudian slip. Over on the Seattle side, I got to take Pearl Jam. Like Nirvana kicked the door in, Pearl Jam left the door open is the way I would look at it.
There you
just
go.
The fact that they stuck around for as long as they did. And then on the Boston side, one of my very favorites that haven't gotten a lot of love yet this morning, the Cars.
Hard to top. I mean, you never see them on the list of greatest American bands, but they had a run.
Yeah.
Their first album alone is like a greatest hits album.
Right.
I mean, that day, the self-titled debut, kind of incredible to think about. The first thing that occurred to me, and I've said this for years, because it's true. My favorite Boston band of all time is called The Lyres, Lyres.
Okay.
I saw them at a club in Atlanta in 1987, and it just blew my doors. I was the guy in the Maxell cassette ad with my hair being blown back.
Yes, of course.
And I just
Nice
watched
reference.
this band play. Just still one of the 5 or 6 greatest gigs I've ever seen. This album, Lyres, just do yourself a favor. Find it, listen to it, turn it up loud.
Yeah.
Rock out, man. Absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
And then I'm not going to say this is my favorite Seattle band, but my favorite song, the first song that occurred to me, like, oh man, I love that. And it's a 90s song, but it ain't what you're probably expecting. I went with presidents of the United States of America.
Yes.
Little Peaches, baby. Come on. Peaches, come in there. They were put there by man. I mean, that's just hard to top.
It was at a factory downtown, too. It's important to remember that.
Oh, yeah, no. They don't put those factories out in the middle of nowhere. They put them right downtown.
Yeah,
yes.
Of course.
That's how that works. The Monday morning mixtape in honor of the Seahawks-Patriots big game on Sunday, Seattle versus Boston music.
Nice.
Let's discuss. All right, we've got some great ones here, both from the text line and from the Facebook page. Plenty of ones to choose from. Let's kick it off on side A. Shane coming in with Mudhoney versus Godsmack. Mudhoney, Ryder.
Yeah.
Dude, I was delighted to see the Mudhoney pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no disrespect. I'm leaning towards Mudhoney.
Yeah.
Me too. And like if you put them in the ring, those Godsmack guys are really, really tiny, and your Mudhoney guys are, regular size.
They're tall and lanky, a couple of them, actually. Yeah, that would be an interesting bout.
D's coming in with, let's see what D has. Alice in Chains versus Del Fuegos. Fair enough.
Yeah, the Del Fuegos is kind of a deep cut.
Del Fuegos came in hot and heavy on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line.
Yes.
A lot of love for them.
Okay. All right, got it. But we have Alice in Chains as well.
I might still take Alice in Chains in that battle.
Gotta take Alice in Chains.
I'm going AIC for sure.
Okay, all right.
Joe with a couple of classics. Heart versus Boston. I mean, we've all heard it plenty of times, but it still kicks.
Yeah.
And then you're Boston.
Yeah.
Boston to me always sounded like the record a guy made in his basement and then had his buddy drum and another guy sing and then took all the credit. Oh, wait, that's exactly what it was. Okay, that's right. Sorry, Tom Schultz. No disrespect.
All respect to Boston. I am taking Barracuda's heart right here on this one for sure.
Yeah, it's a clean sweep Seattle for me so far.
The Wilson sisters.
Yeah, you can't beat
just
that.
waiting for Boston to step up and pull one out. Let's see.
It's not going to get any easier.
Mouth is suggesting the battle Soundgarden versus Dropkick Murphys.
So much respect for the Dropkick Murphys, but this is also it's like so heavy over to the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, man, but Dropkick's got like so many freaking dudes in that band.
Sure.
Yeah.
You put them on stage and put them in a brawl, I think that Dropkick might win.
Soundgarden better band, Dropkick Murphys winning the brawl every time. Yeah, no question about it.
I don't know, unless
the brawling band.
Unless Chris Cornell is in ghost form and they can't see him. He's taking him out like a ninja.
Okay.
Dave is coming in with this one. Boy, this is ultimate Seattle Boston. Pearl Jam versus Aerosmith.
This is a tough battle. This is a tough matchup for Pearl Jam.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer, but objectively speaking, this is a tough matchup for Pearl Jam.
In terms of the hits, the songs that the average guy walking down the street knows.
Yeah, Aerosmith wins.
Far more. But Pearl Jam doing it their way, not being part of the machinery to the extent that Aerosmith is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Deserves some credit.
They have pros and cons. It just comes down to personal taste.
For sure.
But I will say this. Back in the Saddle still kicks, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And then
strong.
Aerosmith helped to open the door for hip-hop in America, too, with their collab with Run DMC. That wasn't really being done prior to that. So that's another feather in their cap.
No, that's very true. So that's a good side A and a side B. And at least from our perspective, I think we would all agree Seattle just beat the snot out of Boston today. It's not like Boston doesn't have plenty to recommend.
It's not fair that the cars aren't in there because I think that would maybe even it up a tiny bit, but it's still got to go to Seattle.
Maybe a bit.
All right.
Well, thanks for everybody's submissions right there. Hey, I almost forgot, man. Bonnaroo, that massive music festival every summer just east of Nashville, about an hour east, is going on, of course. And if you want to text the national keyword Bonnaroo, that is Bonnaroo. I'm sorry, Bonnaroo. Two N's, two O's. Text Bonnaroo to 95819 for your shot to win a trip to the 3-day Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival. This June, it's your chance to see the Strokes, Alabama Shakes, Modest Mouse, Tedeschi Trucks Band.
Wow.
Blues Traveler, and many, many, many more. With VIP Centeroo tickets, stay at a premium campsite complete with beds and AC.
Nice.
That's worth its weight in gold at Bonnaroo.
Oh, yeah.
Plus $2,000 to cover your travel.
Nice.
That's it. Bonnaroo. Text it to 95819 right now. We got a little bit of time left, just enough, in fact, for the last word.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. All right, here is your last word for the day. The good doctor, Hunter S. Thompson. As we approach February, we are now on February 2nd. Here's a quote. February is always a bad month for TV sports. Football is gone. We do have one game this week, but generally speaking, football's gone. Basketball is plodding along in the annual midseason doldrums. Baseball is not even mentioned. This is a good time for building fires, reading books, watching movies, and cranking up random orgies with the neighbors.
Oh.
There's your marching orders for February, everybody.
All right. He had me until that very last
Mr.
part.
Hunter Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'll go with that.
Tomorrow on this show, WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, Fletcher's edition. But more importantly, right now, Fletcher, what's coming up next?
Commercial free just after 11:45. I've got that Guns N' Roses and Bonnaroo, those flyaways that we've kicked off this morning. I've got more opportunities at those, and I'm still putting the music together. So there you go.
Fair enough. Sounds like a plan. Keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.